Hi friends, welcome back. This is Rachna, online counseling psychologist from Delhi. Here in this particular video, I want to share some very useful insights and tips which is actually going to take your marriage relationship to a next level of happiness, understanding and intimacy. People face lots of challenges in everyday life, and marriage life is also affected by these variety of problems and issues. Sometimes there are personal or interpersonal issues, and sometimes there are forces or negative forces or vibes or problems coming from various verticals or angles in their life. Problems can be loss of love, lack of communication, wandering focuses, financial issues, sex is in their mind. They don't discuss about their feelings, their desires. Their wandering focuses, there is emotional infidelity. People do not feel, couples do not feel emotionally connected with each other. There is physical abuse, there is mental abuse. So the problems are varied. But what my concern is to think about it in a positive way, on a positive note, and take your relationship to a next level of happiness. If we talk about the problems, we have solutions. If we don't discuss about it, we don't have solutions. So let's, in this particular video, I want to talk about three problems. I'm raising the three major concerns of married couples, which is, and I'm also going to give you tips so that you can actually apply it in your life, and it's definitely going to benefit you. The number one is wandering focus. Wandering focus is that if people are coming from different backgrounds, different culture, or even from the same culture, same country, still they can have, because of their upbringing, because of their thought process, because of the kind of atmosphere or environment in which they have lived, they have different focus. Sometimes people are more of career focused, sometimes they have inclined towards the family relationships. So they are wandering focuses. The first point, immediately from the day one when the couples get married, from the day one itself, the focus has to be one only. If they are wandering focuses, with time this gap is going to be widened, and this is definitely going to impact marriage life sooner or later. So couples need to think on this, that their focus should be one, their goals should be one, ultimately they are one, so their focus should be one. If they are both are working, they need to decide about it, about how the life will be, and how they are going to adjust their life while doing their jobs or while enjoying their jobs. If one is working and otherwise is sitting at home or homemaker, then also they have a variety of issues in this particular segment. So I want one particular suggestion in this, that let maintain your personal space. And it doesn't mean that you start hiding things from your partner, just personal spaces, that give freedom to your partner and enjoy that freedom you too. That's the very good solution to the problem, because when you are in this particular space, you can enjoy what you are doing, you can enjoy your homely life, and the person who is going out can enjoy. So do not put restrictions on variety of it, because a statement said in the morning, or a fight, or just a small fight in the morning, is going to disturb both of your mindset, and the both whole day you will be upset, your productivity will be disturbed, your mindset, your happiness will be decreased, and by the end of the day, if you are not sorting it out, it's going to reach to the next level. The next day also, if you have not sorted out, it will go to the third day, and days and keeps on going, and things are not sorted out, and it results in past resentments. The fight started from Sunday or Monday, going or moving towards Saturday, it's very bad. So you should be in a position to sort out on the same day and maintain that personal space. Let your both, I'm saying it for both, that let husband should give that personal space to their wives, and wives should also maintain that personal space with your husband. If so, husband has not shared something, let it be, give time, listen. And in the same way, if wife has not shared something, give time, wait. They are ultimately, you are their partner, they are going to share it with you only first. So this kind of relationship will be reaching to a next level of happiness when you'll maintain this personal space. The second thing, if there is an emotional infidelity, if people say even after 20 years of marriage that my partner don't understand me, so it's a very surprising thing. I've been taking relationship counseling, I expertise in relationship counseling, and people sometimes, after 20 years of marriage also, wife say or husband say that she don't understand me or he don't understand me. So it means you, first of all, you have not expressed your feelings, your views, your opinions. That's why other person don't understand you. And the second thing, that there is, if you are feeling lonely in your relationship, if you are feeling emotional infidelity, there are chances that other person is also feeling the same. It's a two-way process. It doesn't mean that you alone are facing this, the other person is also facing it. So if there is something going on in your life, there's a need to talk, there's a need to conversate on these things, that why it's going on, there's a need to spend. So how it should be tackled, that at least 1 or 2 meals taking together, spending quality time together, is going to sort out this problem. If there are girls who are homemakers and they are enjoying their life at home, and there are boys who are going out, so morning time, at least morning time, you can spend together, so that you can have a good conversation, quality conversation. Instead of fights, convert that 15-20 minutes of tea time into quality conversation time and enjoy your life. But what happens actually, that we start the day with the fights, and the whole day we try to settle it and our mind is stuck. The whole day while we are doing our work, we are sorting out, we are finding solutions, that we did this wrong in the morning and now what to do by the evening. So your 10 to 12 hours are wasted, your productivity is disturbed. So communicate. If you are feeling lonely at emotional level, find out what is to be done next. There is something called emotional intimacy. Intimacy is just not physical, there is emotional intimacy also. So emotional infidelity calls for emotional intimacy, that the person feel good in your company, feel comfortable, would like to be with you. Whenever there is problem, the person would love to be with you, would share your problem first with your life partner. That kind of relationship is, I say, that the successful marriage. If you are going away, if you are looking for other friends or other family relatives to reach out first when you have some problems, the relationship is basically need for a check. There are some red flags and that need to be corrected and removed on immediately basis. If you are worried about finances, the third thing which I want to discuss, that if you are worried about finances, there's a need to have a financial counseling. Financial counseling is nothing but what do you have in your hand, how much to be spent, how much to be saved. That's the normal financial counseling at a basic level, and rest you can build on depending upon your choice. So what you have in your hand, how much you are earning, and what are your future plans, what will be your savings. If you have kids, how much you are accumulating for your kids, whether or you are spending all in one go, it entirely depends. So what is your financial plan, what are your financial goals? A monthly check, a monthly maintenance of expenditure and savings and earnings, just if we can do it on a regular basis or monthly basis or once in 2 months, it will give us a quick idea that where we need to cut down, what are those expenses which we can be curbed, which are not needed, why we are purchasing if in so much large quantities if we don't need it. So these kind of things, kitchen expenses, your everyday expenses, your outing expenses, everything needs to be checked. And if you are able to do that, I'm sure you will be your own financial manager at your home, and believe me, you are going to save too much. One quick tip I want to share here, that maximum amount is the maximum expenditure of a home goes to kitchen. So savings can also be done from kitchen only. If you are wise enough in storing the things, in purchasing the things, because we don't purchase assets every day, we don't purchase clothes every day, but there are grocery items we purchase it on regular basis. So we need to have a check what is needed in our home, and what we don't need it, or we need it after 2 months or 3 months, we can curb it, so that we can have some good sufficient amount of earnings, and it's going to help you in your future, in your better management of finances. So here I have discussed 3 points. In the next video I'll be discussing some more good tips with you, which you can apply in your life and have a successful married life. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share my channel Counselor Rachna. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram and LinkedIn. You can also follow me there too. And I also do live sessions. Join me over there, ask your questions, get your problems sorted. Right, this is my mission. I am on a mission to make 1 million people live emotionally healthy and happy lifestyles. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.